Non-conceptual. Non-conceptual.
Ice niggas, come on, check this out, check this out. Like this, y'all. Yo, I write subliminal slangs, walking criminals on pivotal range. Holding my mic like a Lugan ski, shooting on range. On my street cast, the move all the same. Cut the nightlife with night fights. Niggas on the Ave, you know they cut right. Pushing up in shorties that can strut right. Watching fakes hesitating. Getting points for elevations. Conversation turn to meditation. Past instructions of man. Just to caught up once the mic is the hand. Get on my knees for the powers to stand. Overpower your plan. Grab your ice and crush it down to the sand. My solution, revolution of man. Jack the whole planet on my back. Walk with Jehovah just to keep it on track. Leave you amazed like you breathing on crack. Pulling tapes like you squeezing on gats. Vocal power shouting from my hand. Make you wonder what's the brand.
Non-conceptual, non-exceptional.
Is it a Glock trooper? If you're the victim, I'm the shooter. My words pass flash and Buddha. When I'm done, it's like a dash to Luca. Got the nerve it up, deserve it up. Turn your mind to ashes when I burn it up. Tongues like a bastard when I word it up. Rhyme until you're hurt enough to spray. Catch you open like the shorties I spray.
Non-conceptual, non-exceptional.
My world, my ice niggas, come on. My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out. My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out. My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out. My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out.
Yo, I'm living in a world full of fake snakes and squealers, petty thieves, politicians, drug dealers, stick up kids, make getaways and four-wheelers, spending late night cash at the bar on two dealers. Where shit lead us? Got world leaders trading keys overseas and missiles and deep seekers, claiming it's to beat us. Criminal thoughts, first time I was a Peters. Criminal walk, first time I war with leaders. Everybody in this fucking world be a crook, it's just a matter how you look at it. Church state collections and cups for automatics, spreading genocide on the global status. Still my ice niggas survive, head up, fed up from all the bullshit, preparing for trials of life. So who you roll with? Now who you roll with? So who you roll with? Now who you roll with?
My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out. My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out. My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out. My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out. My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out. My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out. My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out. My ice niggas already hold it steady with the weed out.
Gotta get away from the place to stay, cause brothers they be yelling on Front Street. Gotta get away from the place to stay, cause brothers they be yelling on Front Street. Now every day I turn around, I see fellas on the block telling war stories, talking about killing cops, bragging on their guns just for fun, glorifying the titles that be known as the Daily Murder One. They rolling deep, they packing automatic weapons, but each and every one of them I know for half-stepping. John Clark, Willie Thomas is a toy, and the twins Ray and Jay, both of them are mama's boys and niggas. Them same niggas, yeah, they try to play me like a little sucker, even disobey me. The nigga fat cat, paid him jumps, don't ever mind, cause the rest of my life won't be spent doing jail time. And all the wannabes looking at me hard, trying to be like Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg, and all check it. All the wannabes looking at me hard, trying to be like Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg, and all living out the tape life, thinking it's reality, bragging on the next man's dope game salary. But will I go? When will I retreat? Get the hell away from this Front Street. I gotta go. Gotta get away from the place to stay, cause brothers they be yelling on Front Street. Gotta get away from the place to stay, cause brothers they be yelling on Front Street. Gotta get away from the place to stay, cause brothers they be yelling on Front Street. Gotta get away from the place to stay. stay, cause brothers they be yelling on Front Street. Yo, it's Saturday, yo, coolin' at the mall with my lady just because I'm making records. Niggas wanna disobey me and blame me like I was a no-name punk. When they saw me walking past, I overheard them talking junk. Reggie think he's tough, so the other suckers follow, but they all fake. Drinking water out of vodka bottle, so I just laughed. It went about my way, cause I wasn't gonna let the little punks for my day. Hey, why the brothers fake in front like they tough when they with their crew? But when they body's help, you call they bluff. I ain't got time for these silly chump games, it's a shame. Niggas frontin' hard to get a name, so I just push along and mind my own. I'm pissed off, that's why I took it out in a strong song. So now I think I just retreat and get the hell away from this Front Street. So now I think I just retreat and get the hell away from this Front Street. I gotta go. Gotta get away from the place to stay, cause brothers they be yelling on Front Street. Gotta get away from the place to stay, cause brothers they be yelling on Front Street. Gotta get away from the place to stay, cause brothers they be yelling on Front Street. Gotta get away from the place to stay, cause brothers they be yelling on Front Street.
Past the 9, now it's disaster time.
1, 2, how we do?
Peace, peace. Bronzebird here with another Brownstone Powwow, American riff over the pandemic. You understand? Thank you for all those who's watching. Thank you for all those who shared this live. I feel like it's been a while since I spoke to you guys. I don't know. It feels like it's been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I kind of been a little bit busy, but not really. So basically, like, let's really get into it, because I mean, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but you know, just to start off, you understand? Oh yeah, well, just really quickly, Crystal, I just emailed you, so I'll check your email to see if you got it. You understand? Check to see if you got my email, because I just emailed you just now. All right. So to all those who's watching, to all those who's listening, let's really talk about this pandemic real quick. You understand? My thing about it is this. It's now a war on the unvaccinated. Never really understood why there's a war on the unvaccinated versus vaccinated. You understand? Why is there beef? Because this is a thing. I don't really like Joe Biden. I know I don't want to really get political, but I don't really like Joe Biden. I'm just saying. I haven't liked him since he ran. You know what I'm saying? Trump. If you've listened to one of my YouTube videos recently, I gave y'all a breakdown of what my viewpoint about the whole entire election and the whole entire presidency is about to me. I don't really care for politics like that. Or I'll look into politics, but at the same time, it's not like I'm going to put any candidate on a pedestal. I didn't put Trump on a pedestal. I didn't put Joe Biden on a pedestal. I didn't put Kamala Harris on a pedestal. I didn't put what is it, Bernie Sanders on a pedestal. I didn't put nobody on a pedestal. Nobody. I looked. I observed. I was chilling in my treetop, in my nest, chilling in my treetop. Really didn't give a damn about any potential candidate for the presidency. Joe Biden, since they say this draconian effect, this whole entire tyrannical type of thing, and in my city, they did a whole entire vaccine mandate. And this is what gets me, the hypocrisy about this whole entire mandate, right? This is the thing that gets to me, low-key. How is it that y'all are telling people, right, they have to take this vaccine, right? And before I begin, let me just say this as a disclaimer. If you decided to take the vaccine, I'm not beefing with you. I don't have no problem with you. Your decision is your decision. I don't like the presidents. I don't like the administration. I don't like my mayor. I don't like them when they sit up there and tell them, you have to take the vaccine. Who the fuck are you to tell people what they have to do when it comes to their bodies? Now you Democrats are hypocrites because y'all are out there sitting up there talking about my body, my choice. Then you see how AOC went all the way out to the what is it, that award show that just had the Met Gala? Sitting up there wearing that awful dress to make a political statement. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Then, like, I sit back and I try to understand the point, right? The Democrats pushing so hard on trying to tell y'all take this vaccine. Republicans probably are too, but you have to understand Joe Biden is sitting himself as a Democrat. Kamala Harris as the aloof vice president is sitting as a Democrat. You understand? And it's very ironic because Kamala Harris said that Joe Biden is a racist. So how is it the fact of the matter you teamed up with a racist now and you cool with having that position with someone you know is a racist? Well, I mean, don't give a damn if it's blackface. Your ass is a racist too. So, getting back to this whole entire vaccine mandate. I listened, I viewed, I checked back. I've tried to just, have an open mind about everything, not come at people who came to take a vaccine and not come at people who didn't take a vaccine. I mean, don't be stupid. Don't be one of these Karens out here who decides to go on a rant and go out to a supermarket and cough on purpose to kind of piss people off because they have a mask on and she doesn't. There's no reason for that, is my point. There's no reason for it. It shouldn't be called for, and it's not called for, right? So, get into what I'm saying about tonight, right? Maybe I might play a video, maybe I might not. I never know how these panels are going to go. Whether it's 2 viewers, 5 viewers, 7 viewers, 9 viewers, 10, because I got that before. I don't know how these is going to go. But at the same time, having this conversation about the American rift over the pandemic is very necessary. And when we're talking about across the world, exactly how they're doing it over there as well, that a lot of restrictions is put in place. They even got, in Germany? They had cops, like, push a woman, tackle a woman, and because she didn't have a mask on in the mall. You understand? That's exactly the stuff that happened. And I'm just sitting here like, holy shit, man. Like, this is really what's going on. I can't believe it. So, I mean, dude, going back to Biden and going back to this whole entire thing about the vaccine again, this is the thing I question. And this is something I really don't understand, because this is where y'all sitting up there saying, oh, well, you got to get the vaccine, right? But now you're saying immigrants don't have to get the vaccine, right? Certain people in the administration don't have to get a vaccine. Let's not forget that. They're now saying NBA players don't have to get the vaccine. So how is it that y'all making all these leeways for certain people, but then you're not trying to make leeways, even medical professionals? A judge in New York had to block the bill about the vaccine mandate on the nurses because it was getting real. A lot of people was leaving. They like, I'm not sitting up there taking no vaccine in no damn hospital. You can kiss my ass. You understand? Like, that's the whole entire conversation I want to get into tonight, because the fact of the matter is, it's very crazy how our world is becoming, right? Because it's like I seen this happening for a while prior to the coronavirus. This was happening 2018, 2017, because I seen an Instagram post on it, right? And it had Bill Gates holding up a syringe, and then all these traffic of cars and all this stuff out there that you were seeing. You're just like, yo, this is what your future is gonna be. This is what your future is gonna be. And I'm sitting there like, okay, when is it happening? That's the only thing that I'm saying. When is it happening? Right? So my whole entire thing on that is, excuse me, because I'm gonna pull up a clip real quick because I'm doing two things at once. Right? So that's the only thing that I get upset about. It's like, how are you making leeway for certain people, specifically people who aren't legal to this country, by your jurisdiction or the country's jurisdiction? They're not allowed, they don't have to get a vaccine, but how you don't know they're coming from high risk or places around the world that has a high coronavirus rate? I think Afghanistan has a high rate, Jerusalem, something like that, Brazil, and then there's a couple of other countries around the world that have a high infection rate. So what about those people secretly coming on planes and then all they send up there saying is, I'm a legal immigrant, so where's my papers? I want to come to the States and all that and blah, blah, blah. They don't have to get a vaccine? Are you freaking kidding me? But then everybody else who's a U.S. citizen, you must get a vaccine. Like I said, y'all can kiss my ass. Like, that's not something that's appropriate. That's not cool. You can't make one exception to the rule and then sit up there and say everybody else has to follow the rules. If it's gonna be for everybody, it needs to be for everybody, including illegal immigrants. If anything, right when they get off the plane, boat, or whatever, they should take a vaccine. If that's how y'all gonna roll with it, then it should be fair on all levels. You can't just call it out and say, oh, well, you know, oh, no, don't worry about it. Don't take the vaccine, yo. This, that. Kiss my ass, bro. Kiss my ass, bro. It makes no fucking sense. That's all I'm saying. You can't be a hypocrite when it comes to this whole entire thing and think that people like me, birds like me, is not going to call it out. Remember when we had the whole entire H1N1 virus back in 2009, aka the bird flu? Such as so, there was some type of bird remnant that has to deal with the coronavirus, which sparked the whole entire big thing out in India. Why there was so many goddamn COVID cases and India had to do something with a bird. I'll try, allegedly, because I don't want to make up shit, but I had looked it up and I was like, oh, that's crazy. You understand? That's the stuff that I was seeing. So, I mean, dude, even the how do I say it? The whole entire fight with people who's vaccinated versus people who's not vaccinated. People who wear masks and people who don't wear masks, right? Because this is a thing that I'm trying to understand, right? Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. This is the thing that I'm trying to understand, right? So, my thing about it is, if you don't wear a mask, are you being an asshole? These are questions I ask myself. If I am to take off my mask while I'm riding the train or I'm flying around, right? Am I an asshole? Am I an asshole? But if I wear a mask, I'm conforming. You see, if I take the vaccine, I've conformed into American society for what they did, aka this whole entire mark of the beast chip and blah, blah, blah. Versus, if I don't take the vaccine, I'm a rebel, I'm asking to die, I'm a murderer, or I'm a criminal because I don't take the vaccine. So on either side, there's always going to be a fight, whether what's right and what's wrong, in people's eyes and from people's point of view. All it does is cause a disarray. Now, especially in New York, for instance, that when you don't have the vaccine or you didn't take the vaccine, you're not allowed to eat at restaurants. You're not allowed to go to Broadway shows. You're not allowed to, you're not allowed to participate in certain events. But of course, we know in New York, there's always loopholes. Just like everywhere else, there's loopholes. So at the same time having this conversation, ingeniously having this conversation, who's really wrong in this situation? I'm asking y'all, who's really wrong in this situation? Is it the people who's not getting vaccinated? Is it the people who is getting vaccinated? Is it the people who wear a mask? Is it the people who don't wear a mask? Who's wrong? Now, you would really be a dick if you sit up there and you cough on purpose to piss somebody off when it comes to this whole entire thing about the coronavirus. You're a dick. Let's really call it for what it is. You're a dick. You're a dick if you do that. There's no reason why you should be doing that shit. You understand me? Like, there's no reason why you should be doing that, right? If you do have the coronavirus, your ass shouldn't even be outside. Your ass should be staying home, taking care of yourself, and if need be, go to the hospital if you're not well, right? That's what you should be doing. So, my thing about it is the only asshole in this situation is the ones that's definitely pranking and trolling people on purpose. And if you actually have the coronavirus, and if you definitely go outside while having the coronavirus. You understand me? That's why I would view you as an asshole, right? Give me a second real quick. I'll be right back. Hold on for just a second. Hold on. All right, back. So what I was saying is, that's the point that I'm trying to make, right? So let me read Wagner's comment real quick. Shalom, bro. How you go about in NYC without taking the vaccines most businesses require it? Well, this is the thing, Wagner. Okay, so the thing about it is, obviously, you have seamless. I hate to give out secrets, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, we're living in a time where people know they can get over on the whole entire thing. This is my thing. How you get over on living in New York City without taking a vaccine is in many ways. Number one, you still can take the train and the bus. You just have to wear a mask. They require you to wear a mask, even though there's a lot of people that be on the trains and the bus without the train without a mask on, because bus drivers will really call your ass out if you don't have a mask on. That's number one. You can still go to the supermarket, right? You can still go to the supermarket and shop, right? There are certain businesses that don't say shit about requiring a vaccine to get in, aka the grocery stores, right? Like, we call it bodegas, or we call it whatchamacallit. We call it a corner store. You know what I mean? The corner store, the bodegas, the ox spots, and all this other stuff. Ox. But there are certain businesses that don't give a shit about you having a vaccine or not. Like, they don't say anything. And actually, there are certain businesses that's rebelling against that. That's like, yo, we don't stand for all that. Like, you're not gonna force me to tell me and try to make it seem as if like people who's unvaccinated are criminals because they choose not to take the vaccine. Now, that's how it goes in New York. Is it pretty much hard when it comes to certain things about going to certain places, about getting not having a vaccine? I mean, yeah, there are certain places that I would like to go to, or certain places that I know of. I'm going to read his comment in a second. Wacky always got the juice. You know how Wacky is. Wacky always got the juice. Shout outs to my brother Wacky, yo. You know what I mean? I'm going to read his comment in a second. So, my thing about it is, yes, most essential businesses in New York City, what the fuck am I doing? Okay. In NYC, a vaccine is only required when entering indoor gyms and restaurants. Most essential businesses in NYC don't require people to be vaccinated. That's right. Wacky gave you the answer. He did. My thing about it is just that, there are certain franchises that I've noticed that's just like, oh, you need to have a vaccine to enter this business, right? I've seen that. Now, of course, there are definitely small businesses that, oh, wow. You know what? I seen that YouTube video of when you went over to the City Field in Queens. And I was thinking to myself, I wasn't gonna ask you, you know what I mean? But I was just like, if you did or you didn't, I was gonna ask you, did they require it or did they say anything? Because you know how it is. It's a baseball field, you know what I mean? And especially like if you go to places like Citi Field, Yankee Stadium, Barclays Center, and you know what I'm talking about. Belmont Park, if they have any events going on. You know, I was gonna ask like, are they being anal about vaccines? And I mean, if they're not, they're not. But my thing is, it wasn't like this in the start of the summer. It wasn't like they was making a big deal about attending events if you did or didn't have the vaccine. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that I was like, talking about. But going back to Wagner, like, yeah, in Jersey, this is a thing though, Wagner. What I noticed is, I think in Jersey, by October, they should be mandating it. I'm not sure if it's going to be in a certain town or city in Jersey, like Newark or like Jersey City or like, somebody else, somewhere else, or Trenton or something like that. But in Jersey, I did hear in October, they're going to have more restrictor, something in place about the whole entire mandate when it comes to COVID. You know what I mean? Look, listen, I don't know how Christie, however the fuck you say his name, Christie, whatever his name is, the fat man that runs Jersey, the governor of Jersey, Chris Christie, that's his name. But yeah, like, I don't know how far it's gonna go with that. But as far as I'm concerned, they said something should be happening in October. So by next month, Jersey should be hit with something, or someplace in Jersey should be hit with some type of mandate. I don't know, but wow. Okay, Citi Field and Yankee Stadium don't. Okay. Look, all I'm saying is it's a crazy world right now. Like, things have changed. Certain people have just been like, yo, you not vaccinated, stay away from me. And it changes the whole entire paradigm on how people feel about each other. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, let's just even talk about just social life, right? Socialization. Of course, we understand in New York, 28% of so-called black people did not get vaccinated. Let me repeat that again. 28% of so-called black people did not get vaccinated. That is now, when we're talking about statistics, Latinos actually overpowered so-called white people when it came to getting vaccinated. 28% of so-called black people got vaccinated. I'm sorry. That I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say 28% of so-called black people got vaccinated in New York City. Whereas Latinos, I believe, is at 54% or 46, something like that. I forgot. 48, between 46, 48, or 54% of Latinos got vaccinated in New York City or New York State. I fucking forgot. But Latinos actually overpowered so-called white people when it came to the vaccination rates in New York City. So, keeping that on tab, right? I told y'all a while ago about all these efforts they've done with so-called black people when it came to getting the vaccine. Why don't you back that vax up? You know who I'm talking about. You know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. Why don't you go back that vax up? Girl, you look good. Why don't you back that vax up? Like, we're sitting there like, what the fuck is this? Peace, Malik X. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, Phil Murphy. I thought it was Chris Christie. That guy. I don't know. I'm lost on politics low key. But it was Phil Murphy. What else was going on? Back that vax up. You had some woman, some so-called black woman being interviewed by what's that dude's name? The one that's in charge of Fly Nubian Queen. The fuck is his name, y'all? You help me here. What's his name? What is his name? In the comments, just quickly, just tell me what his name is. Hold up, I gotta look it up now because y'all not telling me. Hold on. It's not Roland Martin. I'm gonna get to Roland Martin in a second because it was a whole entire conversation about this shit. God damn, why did I forget his name? Hold on, y'all. Damn, what is his name? Yo, Wacky, you know who I'm talking. Yo, because he was sitting up there talking this whole entire Yo, this is crazy, yo. Y'all know who I'm talking about, bro. Hold on, let me say founder, yo, because y'all driving me crazy. Hold on. Yeah, goddamn. It's the bald head dude. It's the bald head dude, man. Shit, what is his name, yo? The dude with the glasses, dog. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Every time I search up Fly Nubian Queen, it brings me to Vicky Dillard. The one that talk about, talk black to me. Talk black to me. Yo, oh my God. Yo, y'all drive me crazy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. It's the bald head dude with the glasses, man. God damn. What's his name? Boyce Watkins. There you go. Thank you. Boyce Watkins. You see? Boyce Watkins. Yeah. The one that's like that did that 90s R&B shit for the girl that didn't really want him. He got married to. Yes, Boyce Watkins. So there was a so-called black woman that did an interview with Boyce Watkins. Yeah, I swear. And then it was all this. They did a couple of campaigns where they had so-called black people rapping in order to tell black people to get the vaccine. That also happened, right? Then it was all these politicians and be like, brothers and sisters, you gotta take the vaccine. And then they had the church pastors and all this other shit. Like, I'm not buying it, fam. In New York City alone, the whole entire thing that bum-ass Mayor de Blasio tried to do before he did the vaccine mandates was completely atrocious, right? And then, this is what they did. This is the initiative that the MTA tried to do. The MTA basically invoked 2 bus routes to take you from the projects to a vaccination center, right? They did it in Queens and they did it in Brooklyn, okay? I can show y'all the article really quickly if y'all want me to show y'all that this was something that they did. Now in New York, they have a whole bunch of a vaccine bus, and it's not an MTA-owned one. It's not owned by the MTA. They have Vax buses that pull up to random locations, and especially you always usually see it in the hood now, where they're sitting up there telling so-called black people, come here to get a free vaccine. I'm not knocking it, but at the same time, it's just like, yo, why do y'all pander so? And it's like we have a legitimate excuse though. And then when I was sitting up there talking about a while ago how I was upset about that shit that Daniel Kaluuya did on SNL, Saturday Night Live, and how Saturday Night Live made a whole entire mockery about so-called black people not taking the vaccine, it was like I was sitting up there looking at him like, yo, this is not fucking funny, fam. It's not funny. Saturday Night Live, you was wrong for that. And I don't get why Daniel Kaluuya, of all people, who's a black British person, be acting in all these Afrocentric films now. Look, I'm not shitting on British people. Shout outs to all my British people. Who is it that I know in the manosphere who's British? Before my time, I came in here, which was a year ago. The only people I know is Jessica X, Antisocial Socialite, the dude Nimble, and a couple of other people I know who's British. I ain't got no problems with y'all. But Daniel Kaluuya is I don't know why the fuck is he sitting up there acting in pro-black films? And it's not even like he really gives a damn. It's all about the goddamn money. But getting back to what I'm saying, like, why was that funny? Talking about the Tuskegee experiment and then talking about Henrietta Lacks. We have the right to talk about that shit. So how y'all sitting up there talking about we wrong and making a mockery over the shit like it don't exist? The fuck is wrong with you people? You know what I mean? Like, okay. And then there's certain people around me that go the whole entire alkaline route, and I guess it's working for them because they'll tell you I haven't got sick from the COVID, and if I did get a stench of it, I got over that joint in 2 or 3 days. You understand? Like, they said that. You know what I mean? That's what they told me. He said, my butter, my brother. You gotta say it just like that. You gotta be like, my butter, my brother. My brother, you have to consciously understand, my brother. The government does not want to see you win. They want to see you in a coffin. Do you understand that, my brother? My brother, when you sit up there and you take that shot, you just got shot. You understand, my brother? You got to open up your third eye because they trying to decalcify your third eye, my brother. Now, if you sip on that Dr. Sebi green tea, it can all be okay, my brother and my sisters, because my sisters got to understand your womb is very important to this environment for us to move forward into a better predicament as a people. Because when we was on the motherland, we had all the right chakras aligned when we was on the motherland. So since we are on the motherland, we on the slave land, we on the plantation, we have to do better, my brothers and sisters. Can I get an amen? I know y'all love that. Don't play me like y'all didn't love that shit. Y'all love that shit. Fuck you talking about. But that's all I have to say on that. I'll probably play some YouTube videos once I send the link out. I'm doing two things at the same time, so I'm just trying to make sure that, you know, I'm doing one thing and I'm doing whatever. But like, I'll send the link out. I'll just send the link out so you guys can like listen. That comes, of course, with me playing music before we dive into the next section of it. But that's just my whole point on it. It's like, it's always a catch-22 on both sides for the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. I'm very understanding of people who did get the vaccine, especially when it comes to their livelihood. You understand? Like, I completely understand that. I'm not knocking you for that. You got to do what you got to do. That's cool, right? I'm also not knocking those who didn't get unvaccinated. It's your body. You should choose whatever you want to do, and you shouldn't be vilified for it. Absolutely not. You shouldn't be vilified for that. Who's to tell you because you choose not to put something in your body, you have to do it? And this is my last point I meant to say before I drop the link and play one song. My thing is that New York has been progressive on trying to get people to take shots besides COVID because they tried the same shit with the flu shots. They were sitting up there saying, you have to take a flu shot. You have to take a flu shot. This was in 2017, 2018. Probably 2019 too, because I remember having a conversation with somebody about this. So believe you me, New York permeates the whole entire experience for this whole entire thing. Like, you must get a shot, you must get a shot. But this is the thing though. Even when it came to the flu shots, not even necessarily in New York, around different places in the country, right? People were still getting the flu after getting the flu shot. You understand? So how effective was it when it came to the flu shot as opposed to the COVID vaccine? That's all I really have to say on it. I'm going to drop the link now so you guys can come up. If I don't respond right away, that means I'm playing music. Well, I'm going to be playing music, but that means I'm stepping out really quickly, okay? Here's the link. Let me go ahead and drop this music, y'all.
Constant movement, proving grounds I fell down, I was Henry Stugin. Taser Lee stripes on me like I'm Freddy Krueger, shaded an elm tree. Your dad blew up before I grew up. You smart, I guess you know what pressure do, huh? Serengeti poker suit on a penny new one. Keep the Betty Boots just to send a Betty through us, stupid. Which races you willing to run? Strong filaments on finna print me a gun. We all militant, omnipotence, we dealing with source. You all feel a calm killer consortium. My business, mob getting the torch, mob lit it. 5'9", 9.5 size, foot on the door, kicking it. We all in live nigga galore. No, I've been here before. Cry river, swim to the shore and chop timber. I'm building a fort, wartime. It's final resort, but it's not a resort. Disciplining the thoughts. Ain't no way we gon' be winning them all, but we embark, eat a loss. While the seas like the valley ball, keep your albatross and your magic beans. I got a heart pulling strings and I'm climbing stocks, harking back to the days of yore. Giant swords on my lion heart, time to spurt.
Alright, I'm back. Any of those want to hit the link to come up, you're more than welcome to. Probably, damn, I think I might just play some vids, but the link is available if you guys want to come up. Okay. Hold on, let me pin this. Okay. It's pinned, y'all, so y'all know the deal, son. But yeah, I just want to get people's perspective. I don't care. If y'all just come up for a minute, that'd be great. To get your viewpoint about the vaccine. Like, have you noticed a difference? Because I've noticed anti-socialness, right? The anti-socialness with the whole entire vaccine. Bro, take your time. Take your time. Yeah. Take your time, bro. It's okay. Like, bro, it's cool. Just take your time. Ironically, I'm doing the same thing. That's why I'm running the stream and then running to the kitchen. You understand? So no worries, bro. It's okay. It's cool. Take your time. Take your time, bro. Once you get done, then hit the link. I don't think I'm going anywhere for like the next 40 minutes, 40, 50 minutes. It's fine. I'm waiting out on dinner. It's fine. But to get back to what I'm saying, I really would like to hear people's thoughts about what you think about the whole entire vaccine, whatever, you know what I mean? Because I do notice that socialization is a little bit weird. Because I'll still go out to events, right? And the events that I go to, they're not asking anybody if they got a vaccine or not. I mean, respectively, don't be a dick. If you have the coronavirus, don't go out to a fucking event. Don't be an asshole. You understand? But I was remembering this because I was conversing with some woke brothers. You know, the brothers that the brothers that wear the linen pants and they talk about get your chakras aligned and shit. Like, I was speaking to them and we was just conversing, but it was really some thought out conversations. Like, it was like, yo, like, you know, this is crazy. Like, they decalcifying us and blah, 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 and this, and that, third. But especially when we get to us as so-called black people, I feel your pain. I don't, my thing is, it's not cool to force something upon somebody and know the traumatic effects that even if we didn't deal with it in the past, it still rings true to be in our minds today. Like, 28% in New York, so-called black people got vaccinated. 28%. Damn. That's crazy, right? And my whole entire thing is, again, like, we have every right to feel the way we feel. So when SNL wants to make a fucking comedy off of that shit, it really sits in my soul like, y'all really don't get the understanding and the message. Y'all are being insensitive to exactly how we feel about the whole entire situation, especially when we mention eugenics. I don't give a fuck if it's all those type of things that so-called black people suffer from high cholesterol or high blood pressure or all this, that, and the third. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, when it comes to our health and concerns and when we feel some type of way about the Tuskegee experiment and feel something about Henrietta Lacks and then all this other stuff that happened back when and we was experiments for the U.S. government when it came to vaccinations and all these things out there that was talking about bodies, dude. Like, you have no right to make a joke off of that shit. Like, that's the real reason I sit up there and I go so hard, because it's just kind of like, y'all are really tipping the scale a little bit too much. And especially coming from Joe Biden, who sits up there and says, me no black. And this is the thing. He says, you're not black if you don't vote for me. You're not black. So guess what? Bronze Purse says, me no black papi. Me no black. Me no black. Me no black. Me no black papi. Joe Biden told me so. Me no black. Me no black. and that's why I'm saying, like, you gotta understand exactly what this is about. And when we mention eugenics, all of the people we can't even trust that might be so-called black, because we understand they are agents. Okay? When they tell you, even this fuckboy Lil Boozy is sitting up there talking about, go take the vaccine, y'all. Go take out the vaccine. And he be on this pro-wackity, pro-black shit, and he still be ratchet as hell while talking all this pro-blackity woke shit. Now he out there talking about, oh, y'all take the vaccine, y'all take the vaccine. Oh, was you the same one that was going on Lil Nas X talking about the LGBTQ agenda and this, that, and the third out in the world? You swear you woke, right? So how you woke and you sit up there going for something you know that so-called black people don't affiliate with? Is you crazy? Is you really crazy? You understand? That's my whole entire point on my thought process when clowns like Lil Boozy want to say stupid shit like that. No, I'm not falling for the okie doke. You can kiss my ass when it comes to that bullshit. And about how a lot of these dudes out here is compromising, going so hard on so-called black people to get a goddamn vaccine. Who else? What other nation has a low rate of vaccinations besides so-called black people? Explain me that. Because if there is another nation of people who's not getting the vaccine and opting out, why isn't there celebrities sitting up there telling them to go ahead and take the vaccine? There's someone who brought up so-called white people. So-called white people have a higher rate than so-called black people. And in probably certain places, many places, so-called Latinos. So telling a so-called white person or a so-called white celebrity to tell white people to get a vaccine wouldn't even be feasible. They're not going to get Taylor Swift to tell so-called white people to get the damn vaccine. They're not going to do it. That's why it wouldn't be reasonable to have that conversation. But going back to what I'm saying, Peaceful Lion, going back to what I'm saying, the whole entire thing about vaccines, I'm not saying you're wrong for taking it. I understand there are certain things that have to come with compromises. Absolutely. I understand and I get it. But don't try to guilt shame those who don't take the vaccine. That's what you shouldn't do. And to those who's not vaccinated, shut your goddamn mouth sometimes about your stuff. Don't look down on people who took the vaccine. That's all I'm saying. Because there's many which ways of the argument we can go with, and we can sit up there and say who's right and who's wrong in the situation, like I said earlier. That's all I'm saying. So, I mean, I really don't have no more words but to say that because I don't want to repeat myself. But even in terms of socialization, it's certain things that I think about. Would I date someone who's vaccinated? Would I date someone who's unvaccinated? Would I chill around someone who's vaccinated? Would I chill around someone who's unvaccinated? Those are different things that I think about. Because all this arguments about infertility comes in. The whole entire thing with Nicki Minaj, I believe, came up. She had a tweet about that. The tweet that she was talking about the vaccine or whatever. About what happened to her cousin, I believe. Yeah, that whole entire situation, the and the dude from Trinidad or whatever, like, goddamn, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, that shit is crazy. All right, so let me share my screen so y'all can see what's talking about, because I don't see anybody coming on yet. Let me share my screen really quickly. Hold up. Let me share my screen so y'all can understand, because this is what Nicki Minaj was saying, yo. This is what was happening, right? So, alright, as y'all see on the screen right now, this is what Nicki Minaj said. So Nicki Minaj said, my cousin in Trinidad won't get the vaccine. His friend got it and became impotent. That means he lost his goddamn nuts, I'm playing. His testicles became swollen. His friend was weeks away from getting married. Now the girl called off the wedding. So just pray on it. And make sure you're comfortable with your decision, not bully. And that's fine. What's the problem with what she said in this tweet? What is the problem? I don't see any problem with what she said. Peace, Demetris.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Right.
I can honestly understand where both sides are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, in these situations, people are looking at it more from a public health issue and less of a personal choice issue.
Right.
But here's the thing. I remember the ladies of the breakdown did the video.
Yeah, I seen that.
That people were like, I discovered some people being like silent carriers or super carriers, something like that. People who have the vaccine but they still have it, but they don't know they have it.
Wait,
So
wait,
they
wait,
just
wait, wait,
walking
wait,
around
wait.
here.
Wait, Demetris, you said super carriers? What was
Hmm.
you what you meant by that?
People who are vaccinated
Mm-hmm.
who still catch CV-19 and just walk around here thinking everything's fine just because they're vaccinated.
Yeah, and which is not the case because even if you think about the Delta variant as it stands, you still have the risk of catching it. So it's kind of like
Mhm.
even if whether you take the vaccine or not, you still have an equal chance. Now the thing about it is, they say if you're unvaccinated, emphasis on they say that it's a higher risk that you could die or whatever, and this, that, and the third. Now this is the thing that I had to think about, right? My thing about it is it's definitely a health issue, right? Obviously, this is something, whether you want to say the origin is from China, Fauci did it, or whatever this, that, and third, because there's some conversations on that. This is the thing though. Now, what I did notice is that more of these conversations are starting to get into how to take care of your body and to learn about immunity and all these different things. I know people who's been on that whole entire Dr. Sebi alkaline business, and they sit up there and say, well, if you take this, you won't get it, and blah, 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 blah. And you have certain influencers, especially on Instagram, that look down on people who get vaccinated. And it's just really crazy how that goes because it's just like you see it and it's just like, wow, like what a divided goddamn world. You know what I mean? But yeah, go ahead, bro.
Um, I'll tell you the situation that's going on right here on campus. Um, we have a cafeteria, as most universities do. But I haven't been going because I cook my own meals right here in the dorm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of the way that they cook and then present the meals. They cook it and then they put it on like a plate and then they just line it up on some sort of slab and they just leave it there. And I'm
That's
like,
like prison, bro.
I'll be damned before I walk my healthy, happy ass over there and pick up one of those plates. You know, I ain't doing it.
It's like prison. It's like, here, boy, take this plate. I was like, do you understand how serious COVID is right now? You just sit up there slapping it on. Like, you must not love your job, huh? Shit. Like,
I've been like trying to like offer my sister like for me to cook stuff for her so she doesn't have to go too.
what she said?
She said she'd like that. So the next time where you go to the grocery store, which is tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab some extra material because we have a stove, she doesn't. So I'll just whip some up for her. As long as she provides me the containers that she has, then I'll just meal prep for her.
Okay. Well, that's a good plan. And it's like with me, I also do. I've been doing seamless a lot lately. Well, I travel out anyway, but of course, I keep myself safe. But yeah. Blue Lion, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, Brownsburg? Yeah, I gotta apologize. A lot of stuff been going on my channel, and you know, but I see you talk about the vaccines, like, because I'm against the vaccine, 100%. And I'm
Give your
not.
thoughts, brother. Give your thoughts, brother. I'm listening to you. I'm just going back and forth. So I'm listening. If there's a pause, you don't hear me respond. I'm just going back and forth. But share your word, bro. You got the floor. You and Demetris should speak back and forth. I'm listening.
All right. The vaccines, they need to stop forcing or try to trick people, saying, yeah, if you don't get the job, you're gonna lose your job. You can't do this, do that. That's what I'm getting sick of. But I not counter it where I'm at. But still, it's an ongoing problem. Like, people die of vaccine. It's just an issue. Period. Straight up. Dimitri, are you there?
Yeah. I'm here. I'm sorry. I missed what you said.
Wait, what?
I missed what you said.
Oh, I'm tired of them trying to convince people, or a lot of people are trying to force people to take the vaccine. If you don't take it, you're gonna lose your job, or you can't do this, do that. I'm gonna say, well, fuck you, fuck off, fuck your day, goodbye. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna tell them this.
That's understandable. Take it if you want to, don't if you don't. I mean,
Yes.
just I would say this: just respect people's boundaries. That's just which is what you should have been doing normally, just respecting people's boundaries.
Yes.
If you know you have like a friend who's like skittish about it, just text them. Till this whole thing is over, call them. Till this whole thing is over. If you have a person who's not so skittish about it, then y'all can hang out. Just respect people's boundaries and don't like chastise them.
I agree.
Now this whole work situation, I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
Yeah,
stuff was going somewhat fine before, and y'all just had to, because people are saying no, I'm not going back, but some of them have to, which is the point.
I mean, I know Brownstone, he's busy doing something. That's just why he's not talking too much at this moment. But yeah, the whole vaccine shit is just a problem, and people are dumb enough to even believe what the government says. Like, if you're that dumb, I mean, you believe even more shit they tell you that's not even true. You just go along with it.
Well, now they're talking about getting booster shots, and I'm like, yo, I already got one. Why do I need? All right. That's my whole attitude towards the booster shot. I was on board for the original, vaccine, even with all its faults, because I knew me and my sister were going to be fine. But the booster shot, I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, booster shot is very questionable. The only problem I really have with it is just off the fact, like, why did it take so long for it to get approved by the FDA? Now, also, this is just funny. I just wanted to mention it. Biden was sitting there calling the FDA the federal, what did he say? The Federal Drug Administration or something? It's the Food and Drug Administration. How does he not get that right? But that's my thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Like, they're just
Shout out to the Kane J fan.
What the heck? Okay, I didn't expect it to happen. They're just full of shit. Sorry about that, Brown Spur. I didn't know that video was gonna play.
It's all good.
It's all good. All right, Bronze. I gotta hop down. I promised my friend I'd watch this show with him.
Oh, thanks for coming, bro.
Oh.
If my man was.
Let you know, Brown Spur. In the next two hours, I'll be streaming again. You know that, right? Because I'm doing another stream.
What's the stream about?
Truth about smoking.
Oh, okay. Oh, no problem, Demetris. Anytime, you know that. Well, let's dive into that then. Let's just do a pre-interview. Well, like a what are you gonna dive into in terms of smoking then?
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna dive into what the Bible says about it, and I'm gonna expose it for what it is, and I'm gonna go deeper into it because that's a lot of things people don't know about that I know.
The thing about it is that they take smoking to the next level now, because I mean, obviously it was just cigarettes, but then now, I'm pretty sure maybe more than likely they spiked the weed, but then we're also talking about hookah, about how hookah has a higher tobacco carry or whatever than cigarettes. Look, trials and tribulations, man. I remember when I was in college, I thought I was a little bit cool by smoking a cigarette or smoking a Black and Mild. I tell you this one thing, it was not worth it. It was first of all, cigarettes make you feel nasty. In Black and Mild, the scent gets all over your clothes, and you think it's just gonna, it's gonna get you high and it's gonna get you nice, but Black and Miles ain't even worth it, yo. Luckily, I'm healthy. I'm fine. You know what I mean? I never really been a smoker. Even with weed, I don't even do that. So
Yeah.
my whole entire thing is I chill off of that. I don't do that. I keep it regular. You know what I mean? Like it's just that it's so many people got comfortable with smoking, and it's just a weird thing about it. Weed has its advantages and its purposes, but it's made to be illegal. Whereas cigarettes has all these different contents, all these different nasty things inside of it. I think they have like rat poisoning or something like that in it. It's a carcinogenic, but it's legal and for sale when you go out to the grocery store, the corner store, whatever have you. Why is that? And we know that they have the commercials out there that say smoking is bad. They have the woman that has the different changes of voice or whatever. She sounds like a robot, and she has to use a machine to talk. So how is it that cigarettes is legal but bad, but marijuana, if you smoke good marijuana and you smoking the pure shit, how is that illegal?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the government said the government's been behind all this for a long time, and I mean, that's about what you smoke. It's like it still ain't good for you. That's about what the ingredient says.
So you don't so you contest the idea that even marijuana is not good to smoke.
Or vaping, yeah. I mean, I never, but I mean, I've been around people who've done it, so I know. My own hometown I used to live in, so I know that for a fact. I mean, I have family who did that, and friends.
So riddle this by me, because I'm just interested. So you know that there's a culture, or ganja culture, the Jamaican culture. They believe in the Most High. They believe in whatever, right?
Yes.
So my thing is that when it comes to their culture, they have no problem smoking marijuana. Now you refer to the Bible. What does the Most High say is wrong with smoking marijuana, or smoking in general? That is, what does God have problem with?
That you don't supposed to be smoking at all, exactly, because it puts a lot. It just puts a lot of to your body, exactly, and it causes a lot of destruction in your body, like because your body's a temple.
Well. In terms of that, yes, I do hear that, because there's something about the smoke that it's something where I heard something crazy before. I think from the Gram again, in which it was this ganja dude, Jamaican cat. And he was like, y'all shouldn't be smoking. Y'all smoking the herb. Y'all having to go inside your body instead of going outside your body or something like that. And so I understand where you're coming from with that. I have no thoughts on it, but I'm just saying, like, I can understand the properties of marijuana, what helps and what does not help. Now, does God consider it a sin if you smoke?
Correctamundo, yes.
He considers it a sin. Okay.
Yes, and
what Bible verse? If you don't mind, what Bible verse did you get that from?
I gotta look it up again. It's been a long while. I have to look it up again.
Okay. I mean, look, my thing is this. I understand exactly where you're coming from. I try to make the discernment, because I have so many people in my family whose life is messed up because they keep smoking cigarettes specifically. And it's like, no matter how many times you'll tell someone, they have to get it on their own, right? Yes. And the thing about it is, going back to the COVID conversation really quickly, at first when COVID hit, it was all about those who had a pre-existing condition. I know many people who had cancer, and especially from smoking. So they died from COVID, even though they've been warned before COVID happened that they should stop smoking, right? So that whole entire thing that happened, it was just very wild, but it's like you could expect it because it was going to happen. And my whole entire thing is just like, y'all gotta freaking listen when things happen. And it just seems as if, like, now with this whole entire thing with COVID or whatever, something for some odd reason tells me number one is definitely the last days being enacted, and all the plagues of the Most High is coming out forefront. That's just what I think. Maybe I might be wrong because people have been saying it's the last days for a long time, but
Yeah.
the curses and the plagues seem to be coming out now. You understand? And it just seems as if it's just coming out with like multiple effects. Like when they started talking about locusts, like they had the locusts back in 2019, 2018 in East Africa, right? Here in New York, they had bees randomly attached to a street pole. There's so many different things that happen that a drought is happening on the west side of the United States, California, Colorado, like these rivers are shivering up, and they have the forest fires in California. So a lot is going on at once, and birds dying out the goddamn sky. Luckily, I'm alive. I'm just kidding. But like you're starting to see a lot of these plagues be interacted out, and it's like, yo, like the Bible tells no lies. I mean, even if I'm not well versed on the Bible and I'm really trying to learn it, I do recognize there is something going on. And the Most High is making it his calling, for real, for real. So I am starting to notice, or I've noticed for a while, but I'm just like, it's really ingrained. Like, you know, I'm paying attention.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like it's going on a lot frequently, but people are paying attention. A lot of people are just not paying attention. It's like you better start paying attention because you know stuff getting real, right?
Yeah.
So don't sit there and ignore it now. I mean, because like these folks for years said, say, "Oh, I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe Joshua back then. Y'all didn't ever believe in." And all of a sudden now, the stuff is coming right in y'all's face. What's going on? Everything that y'all say you didn't believe is coming right in front of you.
Well, this is the thing I started to notice as well. I started to see a rise in Satanism in New York, where I believe they have a Star of David chain around their neck. They're usually dressed in all black. Or I seen this bold so-called white dude walking around with a I Love Satan sweatshirt on.
Oh no.
I saw that shit and I was like, wow, that's crazy, yo. Like, it really blew my mind to see something like that. Like, he was wearing an I Love Satan sweatshirt. He's just walking around just like, whatever, dude. Like, the fuck? You see the rise of that. And, like, I don't know, like, how far it's going to go. Like, I doubt it's going to be, like, crazy. But, number one, I've always said that. Number one, excuse me. People don't believe in spirits. I do. The whole entire thing with God gave those who's called to be called, right? And to make the mockery about, oh, you believe in Jesus or you believe in the Most High, look at you. You don't really believe in God. It's just kind of like, you don't get it. And I don't think you're designed to get it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, my thing about it is, especially with this environment, you know, one of my favorite YouTubers used to say all the time, you know, a lot of people do demonic stuff every day and they don't even notice it, right? You know, fulfilling the commandments, you know, if it's 614. I had a conversation with someone about Sabbath, because I always go off about that, Sabbath day. Like, how do you make sure that you're following Sabbath day? Now, they say that it's Saturday, but at the same time, I also learned from somebody else that has to deal with, this is not our calendar. This is a Gregorian calendar, so it actually is wrong, right? And then, you know, when we're talking about calendars, allegedly they say the calendar ended in 2012 if you're going by the Mayan calendar. So a lot of stuff gets brought up, but it's right. We live in a Gregorian calendar. Mm-hmm. Chinese have their own calendar. They don't abide by the New Year in January. I try my very best not to abide by the January New Year's either. You know, I don't believe in that. I believe that the New Year starts when, you know, life, which is the springtime, the spring equinox is when the New Year starts. That's been my belief for a while. because it makes sense. How does the new year start in the dead of winter? No trees is barren, life is lifeless, right? It's cold as hell. Then in the springtime, it's just kind of like, well, Easter and this, that, and third. How is that not? How is the New Year's not in March or April?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you didn't miss I suppose the truth on America exactly, and a lot of people think I'm just hating on America because what I said. It's like America's Babylon. If you not figure that out, then you're just clueless because you believe what you was taught. I mean, and you know where I'm coming from, right, Brownsburg?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said before, it's like people make mockery off of something they don't understand. Like I say this. I love America, but I don't like the US.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, America is a beautiful continent. US is full of shit. Why I love America? Because it's a whole continent. How could you erase North America, which is Canada, United States, Mexico, right?
Yes.
Central America, from Costa Rica to whatever island it is after Mexico. Honduras, Belize, whatever have you. The Caribbean islands, Hawaii, South America. How can we sit here and say that you hate America when America is full of a whole entire large landmass? How can you neglect that? That's why I say I love America. I have the whole entire. I haven't been to half of America yet. Still love America, but U.S. is full of shit. So then they hit you with this whole entire thing is, let's just say you hate America. They always hit you with some shit like, oh, yo, if you don't like it here, why don't you move?
Mm-hmm.
They always say that. And they don't have no type of understanding the jurisdiction we are under when we have those conversations.
Yeah, they call me terrorist, Nazi, anti-Americans. Like, learn definition of me, please, before you say something. I debunk anything they said. I debunked it on my channel. People in general, and there's nothing they can do about it. I'm speaking of what you think, and they get in their feelings to get mad. Not everybody. A lot of people do.
Well, of course, it's like a lot of people get in their feelings about that because they have no understanding, like I said, and they think that when you say that you hate America, they just think that you're sitting up there talking about the whole thing itself. I think what it really is the government, because the government is a piece of shit. They do interact the whole entire Babylon principle.
Yeah, exactly. So what I mean, Babylon it's almost it's born with the Romans almost. I did not explain that in my last video, but I should have said something about that.
Then when you talk about what Joe Biden is doing as number one unconstitutional, and just having this whole entire factor like you're not really free in America, it's an illusion.
No.
A lot of people think that when they say land of the free, home of the brave, it's land of the stolen and land of the non-privacy. That's exactly what you're getting when you live in America, or specifically the U.S.
Yeah, like I find it funny how these folks think we're free. It's like I did a lot of research on that. We are not free, so I don't know why they keep believing this lying mentality. It's all a lie. I mean, come on now. I know this. I just don't say too much, but I know too much. We're not free at all. It's a lie. All the stuff's been stolen. You people don't seem to get that.
Bro, literal compromises, all these different things that they've done to Aboriginal or Native Americans. You know, there's two different things. But even when the Brits, the French, and whoever came over here, they lied on a lot of these treaties that they gave to the Aboriginal and Native Americans. A lot of it they lied about. They sat there and promised them this, they didn't promise them shit. It was like the so-called black people, the 40 acres and a mule. There was no 40 acres and a mule. There wasn't no 40 acres and a mule. You think that they ever got some type of reparations from going to Civil War or sitting up there going to the Vietnam War and all these different things? Look at all these veterans now. How many times I'll find that there's veterans literally living out on the streets with no benefits and talking about they fought for the country. And the country shitted on them more times than not.
I mean, I find it very, very funny how people sit there get mad at me because, oh, you disrespect America. Oh, you disrespect the better. It's like, hello, the country doesn't give a fuck about y'all. So why the hell y'all even making that argument if you don't see it? I see it more than you do. Like me and the others, we see it, but y'all don't see it.
I think the problem is too, they don't really realize that we're still maintained as actual bond numbers, and that
Yes.
the fact of the matter is that at the end of the day, you could talk all this pump shit. Oh, you don't love America, but America doesn't view you as anything. Yeah, you can do all this shit at July 4th if you want to, but it doesn't mean a damn thing to America itself. And it's like how funny I find it. Because like I said on a separate video that I got called a coon because I wouldn't vote for Joe Biden. How the fuck do these pro-black conversations become about a bullshit president and I get called a coon because I would never vote for Biden, and then getting told that I'm not black by this asshole who was interviewed by Charlemagne the God, a so-called black man, that I'm not black if I don't vote for Joe Biden. So you know what? You know what I have to say? Me no black, papi. Me no black. So if that's the case, me no black, papi. Not me. Me no. Me no black, papi. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? Because now a lot of people are starting to see the bullshit that Biden is really involved in. All I've ever said since day one is that Biden was selected in order to get y'all over the hump of Trump. That's all that shit was about. It wasn't about anything else. He might have had qualifications because he was a politician, but he definitely was not fit. They just needed someone. Bernie Sanders was getting too much traction, and Kamala Harris just couldn't do the job. She had to take the second place, not the first place, because I don't even think they was really ready for a woman president yet.
I also find it funny how people sit there that they're like the Barack Obama or Bush. It's like, yeah. Do y'all know think they're part of a secret group and all that? It's like, are you really that
all
blind?
of them are. All of them play the same game. That's why I say I'm not. When y'all sat there say, "Oh, Trump," and when they said Trump too, I said Trump is part of it too. It's just that Trump is designed to be controlled opposition. That's what he was. That's what his whole entire thing is. I say all the time, everything is a simulation. It's not really reality. Everything has a reason for why it's done. Biden was never gonna save you niggas. I need y'all to understand that shit. And now since you see him ODing with this whole entire mandate, now y'all want to sit up there and say, "Oh, I kind of regret voting for Biden." Oh, but when you called me a coon for what the fuck I said, yeah, fuck that nigga. So now you want to sit up there and say, "Oh, yo, this, that, and the third." Don't come crawling back, bitch. Don't crawling back. Isn't that right? Exactly, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's like trying to warn them. People trying to warn. I said, all them working together and shit. People ain't want to hear that. They're like, "Oh, well, okay, we're good. Okay, all right, be a dumbass, be a stupid fool," and all of a sudden you find out later on the real shit, and then it's gonna be too late because you're too stupid to realize.
And what's really crazy is when it came to the whole entire Biden administration, inauguration, it was so much shit going on. Because my homie showed me a video about what happened at inauguration and how they had the veterans, the current army people in the basement, and they wasn't eating for days or whatever because they had to protect Biden and shit. And then the thing about it is that whole entire they had a so-called black girl go ahead and do a fucking poem or for this fuckboy Biden. Why? Because that bullshit Vice President Kamala Harris was there? Like, how the fuck do you people function?
People are so dumb to believe anything. Or like people like, well, Biden's still giving us stimulus check. Yeah. Are you simple? Are you still simple still? They're doing it on purpose. You know that, right? Like, you can't be that stupid. I see right what they're doing.
Dude.
And a lot of them who are asleep can't see it.
Of course, not a lot of people can see it. And that's why it starts to become a conversation where people are just not made to understand. I'm just still upset at what happened at inauguration because so many people went online talking all this woke shit and talking about, yes, it was a sister that read a poem. So you're a dumb motherfucker. You're dumb. You're really tardo. Like, you don't think Biden was sitting up there saying, yeah, we got a nigga reading a poem? These black people don't get it, and I can get over them anytime I want. And he did. He did. Now y'all sitting up there saying, oh, wow, you know. And I'm like, the 1994 crime bill, him knowing fully aware about since his presidency, since his tenure as a politician, since at least 1973, 1974, probably knowing about the Watergate scandal, right? Probably knowing about the whole entire bullshit that Ronald Reagan did in the 1980s. And you're going to sit up there and tell me that you think that this man is proper and just? Get the fuck out of here. That's no way that's going to happen. Peace, Bronze. Flat power god.
Yeah, it's like I agree with you a lot of things you say because like people call me retarded and all this shit. Cause no, I gotta work for these folks. Exactly. If I was so-called stupid, exactly, I would be in the crowd with y'all doing the bullshit with y'all doing. So no, we're just intelligent. We're just more wiser, and y'all just being the dumbasses at the end of the day. And that's the reason why you're like, all of a sudden now you found, oh, well, Biden no did. Dumbasses. People warned y'all, but you didn't want to listen to that. So now you found out the hard way. So now y'all.
People still don't learn. People still don't learn. They still believe, oh, you know, they'll still side with Biden and then get mad at people like Candace Owens or Larry Reed. I think that's what his name is. Hold on, my fault.
No, it's fine because even the women I'm with, my future wives, like I had private conversations about this stuff that I talk about or I expose. Like they're on the same page as me. And then I got people behind the scene that I talk to that's, you know, family or friends I know online in real life. They're on the same page as me on this. So
right.
for the dumbass people who call me retarded online, I think you need to check yourself or you wreck yourself about me. Because I'm one step ahead.
It's like you said, you're dealing with simpletons. People who are not made to understand and then sit up there saying, oh, you don't love America? What is wrong with you? And then sit up there saying you're a terrorist, but then, of course, the thing is, get out the country, or because you're a so-called black man, go back to Africa. And y'all are ignorant on that shit, too. We don't all come from Africa.
We're not even free, and people are so dumb. I'm like, yeah, here's the thing is, folks, and this is why I don't reveal a lot of information, because if I spill too much information online, then people be asking me a whole 1,000 million questions. That's what I don't reveal of how much I know. I would reveal little here and there. And you know where I'm coming from, right, Brownsburg? You know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
So I'm a lot more intelligent. They realize like, it's just I'm a lot wiser than them, a lot smarter than them. They just don't know. Because I'm on a whole different level of them, and they have no idea. They're like, oh, you're not being spiritual, Arthur. No, I'm still spiritual. I don't have to say it to know what y'all are doing or what I'm picking up from you. I don't have to say it because I already know.
But if they're saying you're not spiritual, what is their spirituality?
Exactly. Especially these so-called Christians, they so ignorant. Most of them are just ignorant. I'm just gonna say it. Most of them are. Not all. Most of them are just ignorant and in this matrix of lies. That's
well, the whole entire thing with the church, it serves as a matriarchy to, especially the so-called black community. The whole entire with the Christians. I had my problem with Christians for a while. I left the church, I think, the mid-2010s. My whole entire thing with Christians, they're very judgmental. And also, the fact of the matter is that when you question who God is, who is that so-called white man that's on your wall, which is Caesar Borgia. and look at you funny. Now, my thing about it is, if you look at the Bible, right? I don't know which passage it was. I don't know which chapter it was. I just remember this whole entire conversation, like describing who the Most High was.
Yep.
He has skin of brass, right? Skin of brass, woolly hair, and what is it? Feet like a furnace or something like that, right?
Mhm.
I don't remember the Bible verse, but how does that describe the Jesus that you're looking at now on your goddamn wall?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these talk about people I sit there and say, "Oh, Arthur, you're not Christian." No, I'm an Israelite, retard. So stop saying the same dumb mess because you don't understand.
And
Like,
for the
straight up.
record, people have to understand Hebrew Israelite is not a religion. Okay?
Exactly.
It's not a religion. I swear people always want to dig up shit and say, oh, it's a religion, it's a cult. It's not a religion, it's not a cult. Yes, we do understand that there are brothers that go out in the streets every day who dress up in those garbs and dress up in those clothings or have those wares with the fringes, and they say that they're Hebrew Israelites.
Mhm.
But the understanding is Hebrew Israelite or being an Israelite is not a religion. Okay? The thing
Yeah,
about
exactly.
it is
So,
it's their finding to the Most High. That's
Yep.
all it means. That's
Yeah.
all that shit means.
exactly. Exactly. But people are blind. They're like, well, Christian. Okay, yeah, that's a religion. Okay, Christianity is a religion, but Hebrew Israelite has nothing to do with that whatsoever. So don't sit there and say that when you don't understand.
And then I feel some type of way because why is it that when it even comes to churches, you're so bound to see churches like right next to each other? Like
Mhm.
I never understood that growing up. Like why is there a church right here and then there's a church down the block? Like even on my own block,
Mhm.
there's a church up the block and there's a church down the block. How? Why? Why is there two churches that's supposed to be serving the same God? Then you think about it, the 501c3, the whole entire thing about the churches not being taxed, the allegations, the whole entire
Yeah.
problems that come out with these pastors. One memorable one that I really laughed about was Creflo Dollar and the $5 million jet. He made the bullshit excuse of saying, God wanted me to have this jet. So what were you doing with those tithes that people were putting in every Sunday?
Exactly, I agree with you. Like, I mean, I find it funny how somebody say I'm being a whore because I'm dating multiple women. I'm a freak. Like, no, Joshua allows that. So no. I gotta say a second. If I was lying to anyone, said that.
Wait, you're involved in polygamy?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the ancestors they did that, of course. You know, they did that years ago. But I'm being honest. It's not like I'm lying or hiding it. You know, because I told them.
What's the matter with you, man?
Huh?
What's the matter with you, man? No, I'm playing with you.
Oh, you got me.
Playing with you. But
I
mean, polygamy is not a problem. The problem is a lot of people don't want polygamy, and if they do want polygamy, it's usually a competition thing because even you starting to find women who's trying to do the same thing as men by having multiple men in a relationship. I find those men that are doing that shit hella beta. I would never be sharing my woman with another man. Yeah, that's not going. Why? I don't even understand how that's a conversation. That's a conversation, and men getting proposed to by a woman a conversation.
Now the main woman I'm with, she knows. She knows I talk to other women and stuff.
Tiff?
And I told her back then. I told her back then when I was in high school and I was young. Exactly. Then I did that. So I was never lying to her. I was honest about it.
Right. And so, I think it's cool that she's cool with that because I don't know a lot of women who would be cool with the whole polygamy thing. Like I've seen certain women online that say, "Yo, I'm cool with polygamy and this, that, and the third." Like my whole entire thing is do polygamy if your woman accepts it, and also do polygamy if honestly, you gotta have the money for it if you're gonna be courting 2 or 3 women at the same time, and especially if you're looking to make them wives and create a sisterhood amongst them wives, because we gotta remember women are naturally attracted to chaos. So having 2, 3 women live under one roof, you gotta make sure that they're humble, and you set the ground rules as a man about what is it that you allow, what you don't allow in the household. That's something that also needs to be told, because I think a lot of dudes that get into polygamous relationships, some of them get into polygamous relationships only for a sexual value, and that's where I have a problem with it. Polygamy is not to serve to be busting nuts on 2 girls at the same time, hoping that they're bisexual. Like that's not the point of what polygamy is. Like I'd be open to polygamy if it called for it. I don't really care for it. Like it is what it is. You know what I mean? If it's cool, then it's fine. But yeah, like dudes that practice that polygamy shit, you hear them sometimes and you be like, yeah, I got 2 bitches. And it's like, bro, like it's not about smashing 2 chicks at the same time. You understand? As a man, you're using it as a way of, number one, reproduction, or just a way of I forgot how to say it, but even if you're deciding not to have children, just the fact of the matter that if you're gonna get into a polygamous relationship, you're creating a bond. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with the one because they like me for who I am. I'm not because they want to have sex with me. Like, no, and I never. They like me for who I am. And I understand, of course, certain guys like they was the years ago gone, or they, I get it, So like for some odd reason, like the women they come to me, it's like they're attracted to me a whole lot, and I don't even do that much, besides being me and being myself, working on myself, also they just come to me. You know what I mean?
Because you got like the Midas touch.
I guess you could say that. Exactly.
You got that energy. You got that energy. Like, yo, like, I don't have to do much. That energy I got attracts women to me.
Yeah, exactly. Because my father, he used to have a lot of women, but back then, of course, like my mom, of course, he wasn't honest back then. With my mom, of course, when they was dating back then years ago. But I'm more honest compared to him. So, that's the difference between me and my father, exactly. He's older than me, of course. He's the same color as me, yes, but he's just more different than me because he's a Christian. That's the difference between me and him.
So do you guys have conflicts with each other between being a Christian and an Israelite?
We did one time, yes, because he did not understand at all, period. Because my brother brought it up at his place. I'm like, I was like ready, I was ready to go with my brother. I'm like, I'm man, if you do that one more time, I'll put your ass on the spot. I'm gonna put your ass on the spot in front of him. You want to do it again?
Yeah. That's crazy. And I think that it was a time that I had felt like I was agnostic. My thing about it is like that whole entire thing of questioning God and trying to figure out where the place was. And it was like, certain times you get angry at God, like, who are you? Why are you doing this? And this, that, and the third. And I had to start realizing it's always a test. He's never gonna, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. It's a test. You understand?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about me is exactly right. Like, I'll even talk to a non-believer. I don't force them on me, of course, when I, what I follow, what I do, of course, when it comes to being a Hebrew Israelite, exactly. I don't force that on them at all. I can still get along with them and understand them, exactly. If you know what I mean by that. Or Christian, doesn't matter, exactly. If they don't cross the boundary with me, we're not going to have no issues.
I forgot what Day of Atonement is, Wagner. If you can tell If you know what that is, Wu Line.
I think I forgot, and I did not look that up. That was probably something I did forget.
I forgot what Day of Atonement is. It's
I'll have to look it up. Doggone it.
I'm looking it up right here. Well, that's because they got Yom Kippur, which I know something me and somebody at work was talking about. What is the meaning of the day? Oh, fuck it, I'll share my screen. Hold on, give me a second.
I will say this exactly. My first exit, and I mean, like, you know, me and her lost contact years ago. I mean, you know about Tiffany, everybody know. You know, we lost contact with each other for years. All of a sudden, then we reconnected. All of a sudden, then other women I talked to, like I said, like the women, they come to me. I don't ask them out like I did years ago growing up as a teenager. They just come to me. That's all they do. Is come to me.
So it says right. I'm gonna get to that. What is the meaning of the Day of Atonement? It's the Day of Atonement after the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah. On this day, Jews ask God for forgiveness for their sin and secure their faith. It's also known as the Sabbath of Sabbaths. That's what it's known. So it's supposedly it started September 15th, ended on the evening of Thursday, September 16th. Okay. Well, that's talking about the Jews. So it's kind of like, you know, yeah. Look, listen, man, like my journey with God, I'm still trying to understand it, of course. I'm just very modest and what is it? No, I'm just talking to Wagner or whoever's just listening. But, you know, my whole entire thing is I'm just very humble into the experience because I did recognize God did definitely call me into something. It's something I felt. So it's not like I just say all this shit to just say, oh, nah, you know, like, God knows I do dumb shit sometimes. And I try not to be too hard on myself because I understand he knows that I have a good heart. So it's not like I'm trying to do shit to be like, oh, well, you know, God is going to say that I'm sinning so hard. Like, you know, I try to do the best that I can. And that's what I think that I start to become very humble into, you know. It's when we fast for 24 hours and pray to the Most High to forgive our sins. I just did it today. Awesome, bro. Well, if I can say it, there's been times that I've definitely prayed and definitely asked for the Most High to release me from my sins. Yeah, I didn't do Day of Atonement. I mean, number one, I did work. And number two, I did recognize it was Yom Kippur, but you know, obviously we're talking about Hasidic Jews. We're not really talking about the Most High and talking about the Hebrew Israelites when we're talking about Yom Kippur. So, you know, everything is pretty much backwards. Like I said, I was feeling so bad about Sabbath. Like, oh my God, I'm not doing Sabbath right. But then I was like, again, it's the Gregorian character because the Hebrew Israelites told me it's the Gregorian calendar. So I was like, now I'm humble into that. Maybe I don't have all the holidays down packed, like, but the good thing is I won't celebrate things like Christmas, New Year's. I definitely don't celebrate. Like, I'll stay my ass home. There's a lot of holidays I don't celebrate, especially when you do the background, especially when you're talking about New Year's, how that comes from Saturnalia. You know what I mean? And the whole entire fest of these men getting drunk and having sex with each other, like. A lot of like nasty things that they've done, and then like sacrificial lambs, sacrificial children when it comes to certain holidays. I think Valentine's Day was one of them as well. I found it really weird that they have a baby with his ass cheeks out and they're pointing a goddamn arrow into somebody's ass. Like, that seems really weird to me, man.
I mean, because like somebody asked me on my stream, it's like, well, Arthur, you fall by what you follow by. Can you show the power? Okay. Yeah, here's the thing: is like I bought this stuff years ago. I don't worship anything. I don't celebrate that. So, no way I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Oh, King Elijah, you're a hypocrite." No, I don't celebrate that. So you really can't call me a hypocrite on anything.
See, the only thing is, it gets a little bit hard because it's like with family members, they still have that whole entire thing. Like, we get what you're doing, but you know, could you come with us and blah blah blah. So it's like mentally, I'm not celebrating it, but physically, I'm there. You know what I mean? And that's the hard part about it because it's like, y'all do recognize I'm not celebrating or acknowledging the holidays, but I'm here to support you so that you understand exactly where I'm coming from. This shit is hard. This shit is very hard. And it's just like, it's very complicated because it's like, I'm trying to tell y'all, this is not how it is. You know what I
Nope.
mean?
Nope.
The only thing I admit I probably still I don't even really celebrate it, but I acknowledge it is like my birthday or something. But um, otherwise than that, I try to stay away from as much holidays as possible. July 4th, I did not celebrate. Um, even with the past holiday that passed, Labor Day, I didn't celebrate that shit. I didn't
Yeah,
celebrate none of that.
I'll celebrate none of that. My family, they still celebrating stuff. I
Yeah,
don't celebrate nothing.
yeah, and you know, Halloween is gonna come out.
Ugh.
Halloween is like definitely so damn demonic, yo. Like so many people don't even realize how demonic
Hmm.
that shit is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um
yeah. And I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to do the truth on that. I already exposed that already, like the stuff already. So I don't even need to do it anymore. I've already
yeah,
did my
dude.
job.
Like so many people think they cool by walking outside with these costumes and all this other shit. And you know, people putting like fake blood around their mouth or putting fake blood on their bodies. And I say, y'all really don't understand, you don't get it. And I mean, I think it's like a ritual from August all the way until at least November, I think, where the witches gather in the forest. I think I'm gonna do a Brownstone Powwow on that. I think it's gonna be another dimensional atmosphere series, and I'm gonna dig deep into witchcraft because witchcraft it does involve Halloween, but also just the fact of the matter, witchcraft they do a lot of things in the woods, and unfortunately,
Yeah,
many of our women is getting into witchcraft. So you know, you gotta be careful about that shit, man. Like
yeah.
a
I did
lot
not.
of
Yeah, I didn't expose it on my channel, magic or sorcery. That's something I did not expose at all.
I'm gonna be looking into that and actually doing a powwow on that because I think it's very important to know, and I think that you know people should be exposed to the fuck shit that's around them. You have women out there that's talking about their proud witches,
Mm.
and I sit back and I be like, you seem like a cool soul, but at the same time, you are a witch though. And then like artists that I know of that said that they practice Wicca. You know, like things like that. You just sit back and you be like, yo, like you don't get it. These fucking
Mm-mm.
chakras and all this stuff, you don't get it.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. When you do that type of stuff, you open up other gateways you have no idea about.
Yeah, you open up a lot of gateways, and you know a lot of people don't understand. Like you know, spirits is real. You know what I'm saying? Spirits is not just one of these things you see on TV. Like this shit is real. You know what I'm saying? Black
Yep.
magic, sex magic, succubus, incubus. A lot of these spirits are really active.
Yeah, I
Oh
know.
yeah, you know how I do, Wagner. But you know you don't you know a lot of people don't a lot of people think this witchcraft shit is cool. Like I've even seen this, yo, Blue Lion. It was actually this. I feel bad for saying this. This woman I was like low key beefing with because she was calling every so called black man a dusty. You know how you got those so called black women that talk all that shit about so called black
Yeah.
men. And so I start to argue. I'd be like, why are you sitting up there calling dudes dusty, mentioning black men when obviously you can date a white man or date another nation? Why are you even wasting your time having this conversation? And I remember she did this video, and she did this video talking about attraction oil and talking about how she uses this oil on her body to attract a man and make a man fall in love with her. And I was just like, yo, you were so fucking evil. Like, so easy I want to say you an evil bitch, but like, you know, I'm trying to be respectful and not use those words.
Mhm.
So it's just the fact of the matter when I saw that, I just was like, I don't have no respect for you. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, she's an attractive woman, a very attractive, intelligent woman. Besides us having our little beef, or I guess me arguing on one panel about the situation or whatever, um, you know, I was like, she's very intelligent. I think she's beautiful. I think she's really pretty. But just the fact of the matter is, when you said that shit, you made a video talking about attraction oils and talking about how to get a man to fall in love with you. I lost respect for you. I lost mad respect for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean exactly. Yeah, yeah. I don't like people doing that mess, but I mean, you keep it real on your channel. I keep it real on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people keep it real, because I keep it real 100%. Like, I don't lie to people who come to my channel about anything. I show it, I talk about it, and if they have any questions, I'm going to answer it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I say, you know, voices like us is like taken for granted because it's always going to come with opposition. But the thing about it is like there's no reason to argue about honesty. You understand? You have to respect it. If you don't respect it, that's on you. But at the end of the day, you can't get mad at the information that's being brought out. You can only find out ways on try to debunk it and say that it's wrong. But if you can't find a way that it's wrong, then you have nothing to talk about. You have absolutely nothing to talk about, and that's where people get wrong.
Yeah, they get so triggered.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I think I've even seen it on with you, Blue Lion. Like just the fact of the matter, people went so hard on sitting up there saying, "Well, what the hell, Blue Lion? Why would you say that? Blah 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 blah." And it's just like, you know, streams come out and all that other stuff. I be saying,
Yeah,
like, this
the
is crazy.
videos, streams and the videos come out, and people are like, "Why the hell did the King of Lions say this mess?"
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna stay when I stand by you. You're not gonna change me what I say. It is
exactly. You can't get mad at what's being brought out. You can only respect it, and that's just basically how I see fit. But you know, oh, so your stream is at what time?
See, what time do I stream online? Let me check. Cause I changed the thumbnail when I changed it. What time does it start on? Let me see. It said it starts at 10:50 p.m.
Oh, 10:50. Okay, cool. Well, oh yeah, Wagner is asking for your channel. Wagner, if you look up his name, the King of Lions Z45, you should be able to find it there.
Hold on. I can put in the private chat. You can just share my channel.
No. I mean, you can type it in the chat. It's fine.
No, here it is.
You know how I usually do. Even if that happens on a playback, I'll show people whoever came on the panel whose channel. Hold on for a second.
Yeah, because I keep it real on my channel. I don't hide nothing. Like when I speak that truth, they expose what it is. Because a lot of people like, oh, you said 9/11 was this. You said Christmas this. Yeah, because I done a lot of research way back then. Like I started my research was in 2017 and 18. 19 when I really, really learned more and just knew more.
Let me ask you this. Do you have the Apocrypha?
Apocrypha? What's that?
The Apocrypha. It's like supposedly like when you have the Bible, you know, the Hebrew Israelites always talk about it. They have the Apocrypha.
Oh, I don't have that. I only have the New Testament Bible. I need to get the old one and the Hebrew Bible.
Yeah. I'm still working with the not I was about to say the 1611. The regular King James one.
Yeah, I don't have that one. That's something I don't have.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, a lot of people just make up their own entire shit and they say, "Oh yeah, well you're wrong," and blah 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 blah. And it's like you just have no understanding, you know.
Yeah, that person with the anime icon. I mean, you know who I'm talking about. Start with the because they say, "Oh, you're dead to me, Arthur. You're dead to me." After what you said, like, motherfucker, you don't understand. You sitting there defending a country that lies. Y'all sitting there defending this shit, so you don't understand. You don't understand. That's the reason why y'all arguing me down because you don't like what I said.
Yeah, like it's nuts, yo. Like people have no respect at all for it.
No.
You know?
No, I mean I get supports. Like also I get dislikes. Like, well, your dislikes don't mean nothing because at the end of the day, my message is out there, and you don't like the message. You don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. The truth shall prevail, and the only thing I can say to that is, especially when it becomes now where we at in the world now, with this NWO thing going on and stuff like that, a lot of people is gonna either conform or fight for the rights that comes from the Most High. That's the only thing you can do. You know what I mean? I mean, but this is the thing. This is what I hear the Hebrew Israelites, or maybe I did hear Hebrew Israelites say. They said that the COVID shot or the COVID vaccine is the mark of the beast. What do you think about that?
I mean, you never know because like I heard about this whole, you know, ship thing was gonna be the mark of the beast. Oh, whoa, okay, just check my wow. I mean, a lot of people in my community, Truth community, said the microchip is the mark of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you never know exactly because I saw the vaccine or the microchip. It said Lucifer on there and stuff. So you never know. We like none of us are confirmed about it yet. So we'll just see when it comes out, and then we'll know.
And this is a crazy thing, that now they're moving to self-checkout and everything happens in phases. I can see how they're going to start implementing the whole entire ID chip and all this other shit. And it's just like, I always think this. I might be mentally prepared, but not physically. I'm not wishing to die or anything and stuff like that. But I'm very humble and knowing, like, mentally, I understand. You know what I mean? I get it. I'm there. Physically, I might not have all the equipment. I might not have all this, that, and the third. I might just have my mind. But I think that when it comes down to it, everything is about conformity. And yes, I could see how they're sitting up there trying to get people to be like, because they know a lot of people are going to oppose and be like, I'm not sitting up there paying with food with my hand and having this shit directed to my bank account and this, that, and the third and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's really a crazy world out here. And especially because they're going to be using that as a method of payment. I think they do it out in Sweden and they did it in Wisconsin. But, like, it's too much shit. And it's like, I'm not, like, what other options do you have? Now, the thing about it is, so they're going to be able to say, okay, it's either the chip or you got to operate from your phone at the most. Like, you're not going to just tell me that's the only option you're going to have. If it comes down to the societal completely, you're going to just have to be a rebel and say, fuck this shit, I'm out. Where do you move? Where do you go? You know what I mean? And that's something I think about because, like I said, I could be mentally prepared, but I'm not physically ready. And that's just my thought process. Like,
no, I agree with you exactly. You're right on that. I mean, it's insane how people defend the government, people defend this country when they don't understand and they believe the narrative and lies. Instead of y'all questioning and looking up this stuff. I mean, like how one person today came on my screen and said, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to flag your 9/11 video. Yeah, that just proves how ignorant you are because you don't understand.
Wait, someone came on your stream and said that to you?
Yes, they did. Yeah, it's there. They actually said that.
What the fuck? Like, y'all, like, because the whole entire thing, it was a guilt trip. Because, like, people were sitting up there saying, people die. I said, we know that. How did the government let people die? I said they let people die all the time. Like, y'all thinking that we're, like, when we say, it's an inside job or this, that, and the third, y'all thinking we sit up there saying, how could you say that? Why would the American public let people fall out of buildings and die? I said, look, like I said before, they don't give a damn about you, neither do they give a damn about me. So why y'all arguing about this shit as if they don't do stuff to the American public for their own detriment?
Exactly. I mean, I just spoke nothing but truth today on there. Like, the government doesn't give a damn about none of us.
They don't.
So, for people to argue on that, it's like you're just proving my point yet again. And y'all just can't handle the reality.
Can't handle the truth. Can't handle the truth. Like, that's it. And
because me and you and everybody else, we have the light second. They can't handle that. They cannot handle that truth. That's the reason why they reverse, of course, with their programming of getting mad and be ready to attack like animals.
And what's crazy? The concept is consciousness or awareness that conflicts with their level of wokeness because their level of wokeness is very biased. So the thing about it is, like, when they say this woke shit, you kind of just gotta look at them like, what the fuck you talking about woke? You think you woke because you cursed a white person out. I don't mean shit. You know what I mean? Like, what is your level of wokeness? I mean, you can pull out all the documents of corruption in the government, which is a good thing to go by, but at the same time, what is your level of wokeness? when we're literally telling you to operate on a higher frequency and plane, and you look at us like we got like 3-4 heads. You don't understand what wokeness is. That's why I think wokeness is overrated. That shit is overrated. I hate it when people sit up there and talk all this woke shit. Like, you're not woke. You're not fucking woke. You're waving around this woke shit as if it's a fucking party parade. You're not fucking woke. Nothing about you is fucking woke. Just because you wear chocolate bracelets and all this shit around you does not mean you are woke. You are not woke.
Nope. No. I mean, and when we embarrass them, when I embarrass them or anybody, they want to get mad. They want to throw a hissy fit.
My whole entire argument is with woke people. The ones that say, oh, I'm woke. See, the thing about bragging is usually I don't believe people when they say that. You know what I mean? Like real people who talk about their woke don't brag about being woke. They just be like, look, I have the information, or I'm just really connected spiritually, and I really look at things through a different lens. But calling me woke, nah, I don't believe in that. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, then these folks who attack me, they call me a false prophet or you fake truth. They're like, excuse me? Really, I'm not fake exactly. You're just upset because I show the receipts and y'all are upset in your feelings. You're just mad. Can't handle reality.
At all, really. You know what I mean?
So, they can say whatever they want, exactly. But, I mean, there's some people today, they made a video on me. Somebody else is making a stream about me. I'm like, I don't care. You're like wasting your time. Like, I don't care.
Oh, that Z guy again?
Huh?
That Z guy again?
Yes, it's somebody else. Yep.
I thought Z is cool. I mean, I don't watch his streams to just be like, oh, he's talking shit about you. You know, I usually just think that, you know, I just think he's cool. Like, when he's not talking about you or just trying to go on a different topic, he's cool. But then it's just like, I realize, I'm like, damn, these streams really be having your name in it. And I don't understand if he's cool with you or he's not cool with you. And then it's like with the whole entire thing that happened with Hero wasn't understanding a word I was fucking saying.
No, he's a huge instigator. He follows everybody else in that group, of course, like all the others. They followed each other. And
that's what I mean. Like, you know, that like when you explain it to him, he's just like, you're kissing his ass. And it's like, I'm not. I'm literally telling you, if I had beef with someone, why would I go to their stream? That makes no sense.
Yeah, Clay, if you notice, browser, like everybody like who comes at me, who agrees, disagree, I'm reasonable with them. I don't sit there and go at people. Now they come at me. That's when I go at them back. So,
right.
Yeah, like I don't. It's like, well, and then like heroes excuse. Oh, treat people how people would be treated. It's like, dude, you have no word to talk because y'all keep doing the same thing. Like you turning each other. That's the reason why I'm with the group that I'm with, including my circle of people. That's it. Not with a big group who talk shit about others and turn against others and get into arguments over some dumb stuff. That's the reason why I just hang out.
I tell you what though, that guy Junko is like a man child. He's hilarious though.
Oh yeah, I disagreed with him today on my channel. I did. He turned on me because he turned against me on this whole America thing. It's like sitting there watching the video, believing the shit what I said. You know, man. Oh, you disrespect the veterans. Like, oh, I'm done with you, Arthur. So you can face me like a man behind the scenes. You had to sit there and go block me like a coward because that's what y'all are. You're a bunch of cowards. And my girl Tiffany, all the rest of them, they already know about that. How these folks operate. They already know. Because they see to do the BS, like how fake they are.
Yeah, it'd be too much stuff going on. I just be like, damn, yo. Like, look, the only thing I say is I'm not going to apologize between what happened with me and Elder. I will say that I don't even know, because I don't think that I really went in. Like, I mean, like, Yeah, it got out of hand. I said some crazy shit, but my whole entire thing about Elder in particular, he needs to learn how to chill. You understand? My thing about it is like, stop lying like you don't do stupid shit like you do. My thing is,
Yeah,
y'all always talking shit about me like y'all was, and the situation didn't have anything to do with you. It was about somebody else.
yeah,
So my thing
that's
about it with it's not no bad. Loosely, it's not no bad blood with Elder. You know what I mean? My thing is just like don't talk to me crazy, because if you talk to me crazy, I'm just gonna lash out, and I get reckless out the mouth. So that's about it. But to this, like, people, it's just like, oh my god, it's only YouTube and this, that, and the third. Look, energy is energy. I respond to energy. Maybe my energy may be over the top, but at the end of the day, I don't tolerate disrespect from nobody. So my thing about it is, if you talk slick and you do all this other stuff, like, people always talk about, oh, you show them I'm not New York. Yeah, I'm gonna show you that New York, how disrespectful we are. Like, I don't tolerate that. So my thing about it is, that's all it was really about. It wasn't really about all that shit about, oh, come see me and this, that, and third. It was never gonna happen. A lot of people say that shit online, but they ain't really trying to see nobody. They just trying to bump their chest like, yo, I'll fuck you up if I see you. Like, whatever, man. Like, you know what I mean? And I know I was saying some words related to that too, but at the same time, I just was like, we just bumping lips right now behind an avatar. That's all we really do.
Yeah, because I find it like, you said about the Z guy. I know he goes to their suit, and I'm signing with that person who they had it turn on the group, of course, the stuff they find about him. They said the dude was instigating again on my stream today. I'm like, dude, I'm not on his side, and y'all keep on saying the same here. That's where I said, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. So don't say it to me again, whatsoever. And then like the other person, like, oh, he's trying to help you. Get the fuck out of here. If you fucking stupid, get out of here. I don't want to hear it no more. I said what I said. I'm not taking on it. Because I've been Mr. Reasonable too much. But hey, I'm from the South. They're like, it's like, well, if you fuck me, do some stupid shit, or say I'm doing this, so I'm signing with somebody. Yeah, I'm gonna get at your ass. I ain't holding back.
Right. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what? I get exactly where you're coming from, bro. And I think that the more exposure that we do, and the more that we go in about it, as long as the information is getting out, that's the only thing that matters. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care for all the elementary school shit. It's like, this information needs to be given out, because even now when you start to see it, this whole entire fourth industrial revolution, a lot of people should be aware that this means that they're going to cut down on jobs too. Like, a lot of this stuff that y'all think y'all going to be able to work at, y'all not going to be able to work at in the next 5 to 10 years. If it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking the last days. So it's going to be those burger flippers at McDonald's and Burger King, where they don't even require you to come to work to flip no burgers and fries. They're going to have a whole robot to do that. Security, they're gonna have an actual security robot to do it. I've seen a security robot before my damn self. So it's not like what I'm saying is it's not real. It is real, right? Even I feel bad for people who deliver food on bikes, seamless and all that, because they're gonna start having carts out there to deliver the food they damn self. So you ain't gonna even need people on bicycles. And usually, from where I'm from, is usually a lot of immigrants who do that. But like, that's gonna be non-existent. So it's like, y'all have to understand the circumstances of what's going on. When I bring that truth out, when I bring that conversation, when I say, this is what I'm giving to you. Contractors is on the line too. Police officers is on the line too. This is all information y'all need to know. Because this will affect y'all in the long run,
Yep.
Yeah, that's my main point on that. But I'm probably gonna shut down pretty soon, play my 2 songs and be out so I can get ready for tomorrow. What's your last words, bro?
All I say is thank you so much for having me, Brownsburg, on the panel segment, brother. And also, everybody, thank y'all so much for coming to my stream. But hey, I'm doing another stream tonight. But behind the scenes, I take care of stuff. And behind the scenes, like, I don't start drama with nobody. I just keep to myself and just talk to people. Mm-hmm. That's about it. So
yeah, bro. So yeah, man. Make sure whoever's listening subscribe to his channel as usual. Every time I shut down a stream, I edit the vid and then I go ahead and I put people's channels up. So you can expect that tonight. View his stream that's coming up at 10:50. We're gonna be talking about smoking. So it's gonna be a dope stream. I know it is. But otherwise than that, I'm gonna shut down. Thank you for coming, bro. I appreciate you.
Oh, no problem, brother, man. Anytime.
All right. Peace, man.
Peace out.
Oh. And that's the word. Bird, bird, birds. The bird is the word. You know how I do it. Every single time I come around, you know I play the music before I go. Shout out to my dude, Bronze Flat Power. We got to collabo and we got to make things about bronze because I'm Bronze Bird and you're Bronze Flat Power God. So I think we should come along and do a stream together. I'll show you love on your stream. I don't know when you be streaming. That's the reason I don't be coming around because I don't know when you stream. But whenever you stream, bro, just let me know. I'll come around and I'll support you, bro. I got you. But you know how I do it. You know how I end off the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and play some music before I get up out of here. But you know the vibes. Let me put my shiznit on. Until next time, it's the Brownstone Powwow. We're going to come ahead and bring this mother down. You understand? So, let me get my shit ready. No problem, Kings of Lion. Come back anytime. You know the deal. You know.
Richmond shit, nigga. Yeah, we never lose like future type. Architects, electors for the leverage, bring the stretches for the heads that I'm a seven. What your worth is, my niggas been scheming, plotting for years, making ways for you to serve for. I'm closing my palms, we never lose like future type. Architects, electors for the leverage, bring the stretches for the heads that I'm a seven. What your worth is, my niggas been scheming, plotting for years, making ways for you to serve for. I'm closing my palms, like yo, my rap so down, wondering who I'm battling. The rotten housewife kitchen was off. Barely sandwich material, Range Rover shoulders, imperial line. Ours with demons, boxing for bowls of cereal. Metal and mutants from Southside. They took it worldwide, nothing but eyes against them. He been lost in his own time. Wasted all the thought of success. Big checks, label execs. Wish I was simple-minded, Richmond we next. They call it tech when I throw up the set. We break boundaries, 4 pounds of weed. Hide the wisdom in my apple tree. Jaws locked, young Hancock. The rhymes open, lock spots. Stands, cabbages, stands, don't overload. Why I don't feel losing you focus, don't write what you hear. Originally love was mutual, don't turn it to fear. Yeah, we never lose like future type. Architects, electors for the leverage, bring the stretches for the heads that I'm a seven. What your worth is, my niggas been scheming, plotting for years, making ways for you to serve for. I'm closing my palms, we never lose like future type. Architects, electors for the leverage, bring the stretches for the heads that I'm a seven. What your worth is, my niggas been scheming, plotting for years, making ways for you to serve for. I'm closing my palms, like yo,
Pop in my zone, ooh, get out the phone, ooh, light on my feet, ooh, wind in my moon, ooh, cyber twins, 100 miles a minute when my mind is in, pressure gems, coldest Minnesota, keep my opus lit, always him, woe is me, tears of the past, I'm scheming for cash, I'm stacking the stash, I need the cream, I find plus size ass, yeah, immaculate, imagination, F1 with the static shit, magic trick, while I made the Lux schematics clip, master this, we are not the same like an adjective, post beside the wall, congruent, talking magic shit, never sloppy like a 10-year-old sock, strong elastic grip, make the money stretch, hold the dub for about a week, piece of ramen noodles, flip the rest, remain to be discreet, say the rest for my bro, hey, you know how it goes, kept the diamonds for the wifey and cash for the hoes,
we never lose like future type, architects, electors for the leverage, bring the stretches for the heads that I'm a seven. What your worth is, my niggas been scheming, plotting for years, making ways for you to serve for. I'm closing my palms, we never lose like future type, architects, electors for the leverage, bring the stretches for the heads that I'm a seven. What your worth is, my niggas been scheming, plotting for years, making ways for you to serve for. I'm closing my palms, like yo, yo.
Take it back to Grassroots. Yo, EIT. I was wondering. Yeah, if you could kick it with you for your life. It's a new era, new time, new beginnings. See me come out of hidden, raising the price of living, and I make decisions, dealing with rappers' fate. Niggas down 9/11 when my throat vibrates. Province the state, I make moves too smooth. In avenues, I bring crews to blues. Enough of introduction. I know some kid that's out to buck, went out to make a buck and got fucked. Word is born, I'm in my own category, steady building pleasure. Rhyme style at the top of the pile to crush yours, man. I move too smooth. Yes, y'all, new school star, king of the hill, king of the brawls. Got rhymes 3-6, make your girl do tricks, shaking her butt like what? Asking me about my occupation. I said I'm in a rap group. She said you one of them kids who talk shit over loops, huh?
Wait a minute.
Man, I move too smooth. I stepped hard to the right, grabbed the mic, about to set this bitch right. Live at the barbecue, man, it was old school night. Big Daps was there, talking Freedom 25, Roma bless the mic. Niggas to catch mad vibes when I start to take flight. It's like me being a champion rider. Your whole crew's a set of biters, man, I won't diss you. Cause yo, you dissed yourself, spending a whole 3 minutes sounding like somebody else. Kids play R. Kelly cause you remind them of something. But when I start to bless the mic, you know the mind them counts nothing. Cause I'm too smooth, better yet too rough. I get you high off of this here stuff. High. Something's gotta give, so I'm about to give it. Someone's gotta win, so I'ma win it. Make it feel like robbing a bank. You best to go and give thanks. Roma has risen, raising the price of living. Word, something's gotta give, so I'm about to give it. Someone's gotta win, so I'ma win it. Make it feel like robbing a bank. You best to go and give thanks. The Roma has risen, raising the price of living. Nah, something's gotta give real soon. I know a place that's like a ticking time bomb. You hear tick, too late. And I got an entourage laying in a lagoon full of Jamaican money makers and Guyanese tycoons. Whose main object is to claim and respect top rank, running tanks to imperial banks. And we eating enchiladas when you're begging tofu. Why? Cause I'm smooth, no need to be rude. Hot, cause I don't like to dream about getting when there's money involved. Cashing checks is like Guinness and rough sex. See, it feels too good to let go. Word, yo, it's like the girl I had mentioned. See, I showed her my intentions, now she can't look dead in my face. She doing 90 with grace, acting like I didn't deal with a case, but I did. Wet the mids on a summer night mission. It's Mr. Rome from the plan, thank God for friction. Someone's gotta give, so I'm about to give it. Someone's gotta win, so I'm with it. Make you feel like robbing a bank. You best to go and hit thanks. Roma has risen, raising the price of living. Or something's gotta give, so I'm about to give it. Someone's gotta win, so I'ma win it. Make you feel like robbing a bank. You best to go and give thanks. Roma has risen, raising the price of living. Peace.